Okay, hello, dear friends. Good morning. Such a beautiful, beautiful morning. And this is the end of my summer vacation. And I would like to take this opportunity to chat with you and go through some of the comments on my channel. And I am quite touched by a lot of your comments. We will do one by one. Maybe we can go through them all. Maybe we will do another video. And iMovie only allow me to upload video up to 15 minutes. I cannot do longer. If we cannot finish one question within 15 minutes, we will do another video. But I can definitely understand that some people's life will be wasted through these 15 minutes, and just make your right judgment. Do not waste your time in listening to other people's blah blah blah. No matter it's a logical preaching or that P sound is always a little bit too popping sound. When I do this P word, I will try to be away from the mic. Okay, first I need to say I got some friends mentioning, Haiying, I like you talk just randomly and without any, with this monotone plain way of talking. It's relaxing, and when you get passionate, get very much involved, you lose that calmness. I think it's very, very true, and this is the reason that this mic can help me to adjust a little bit of my sound so that I can hear myself better and keep myself paced, monitor myself, and do not get too passionate if you are not a passionate person. Okay, there was one comment is that about betrayal and trust. So during over these couple of years, I have lost a lot of people because of the betraying me. So how I can, do you have an opportunity, or do you have to learn to trust again? And how do you learn to trust again? So I have thought a lot about this matter, and I have experienced something. First thing coming up to my mind is my own story. My own story is that there was one time I borrowed $20 from my friend, my colleague, and it was a busy time of the school year. We have this to do, that to do. You all know that when you are into, as a teacher, when you are into the preparation of job, or you are into something, that too many distractions and too many things, student problem, teacher discussion, and preparation of material. I do not need to list more. There are just too many things you need to prepare, and I forgot it. I forgot it one day. The second day I forgot, and a few couple of days later I forgot. I think up to 1 week, 1 month, and then just suddenly there was one time, boom, something came up to my mind. Oh gosh, I forgot to return this $20 to my friend. I must remember. So I put in my pocket. The next day I went to school, and there are just so many things I still forgot. And then another time, suddenly I remember it again. and I put in my pocket, and I said, this time I will return her, and still I forgot. And then I found, gosh, how can I so untrustworthy? So the next time I think about it, I put a sticker on my computer and I put on a note. Every day, sometimes I have a to-do list and I write down, today I will do video of betrayal and trust. And here you can see I have several questions writing down, and avoidance, prevention, acceptance, and my list of how to respond. I have it right down. So this time I put a sticker and put my money prepared in my pocket first place, and went to school, and the first thing I see her, I returned. So this story looks quite complicated. It's just you forget to return money, and finally you return the money. And then we gained the trust. We became friends again. And she told me, I forgot it already. It doesn't matter whether she forgot it already or not. It's a debt that I owed her. If I do not return, I will always have that. I think she's just kindly enough and saying that she forget it. And finally we are even. I return the money and everything come back. And I, at least in my heart, I do not have that. And have that burden in me. So that comes to the way to answer this question. One is avoidance. Avoid to borrow money. And that particular moment I have to, but I actually have to use that money a bit later so that I can avoid. So if you have a chance to avoid things, this disaster from happening, prevent it from happening. So not to borrow this money is one thing, is one of the method. And the second thing, prepare yourself with the material you need. And that is just $20. It's something that we can have, and or something not so significant in this scenario, but you can use $20 as a metaphor in other things. You prepare to travel, you prepare enough things, or you prepare money to buy things. And when you take action, think about what today's action will require, and do the preparation. And it's very important to prepare yourself for different scenario, for different things to happen. And you pre-think what roughly is going to happen, so that you cover up yourself for the day. You go to a meeting, you better silence your phone and dim it, so that when the speaker talk, you can just privately play with your phone, or do something without other people noticing you. Or I am talking about this a routine meeting, this bureaucratic meeting that does not produce many result, but you have to attend those kind of meetings. There are meetings. I went to some meetings like this, and I went to, for example, tech museums meeting or computer history museum meeting. I sit in the very back lane. I was thinking this must be very boring, and And at the end, the whole time I pull my leg, pull my neck as giraffe, and attentively listening to it because the meeting itself is very interesting. Okay, so prepare yourself and prevent things from happening. The more you prepare, the better you are prepared. And there will be something that you are missing. And just understand you cannot prepare everything and accept the consequence. And another thing and another thing is about the acceptance of betrayal. So I betrayed, I made mistake, and then later on I redeemed my mistake, and I did the thing. Then it's covered up, and we became friends again. So that comes to another metaphor, another a moral of this story. There are mistakes you can redeem, and it is not you are trying to gain the trust of another person, because the problem or the mistake itself is redeemable. And if this mistake is not redeemable, do not force yourself. It cannot be redeemed. You cannot gain the trust of another person. You cannot gain the trust. And that is the fact, or that is what you are going to accept. And you accept it, and you accept that in your life you will miss or you will lose some friends. And that is the time you build up new relationship and get new friends. You accept the consequence. I borrow in my art class, students come to borrow Sharpie, to borrow ruler, scissors, and at the end of the day, I will lose everything, right? And so if I just borrow out, I lose everything. That's the consequence, because you trust people, but you do not build a boundary. So when you build up a relationship or build up any interaction relationship, make a boundary. Now I build up a habit. Anyone come to borrow things, I tell them in the face. I tell them, and we say it very clearly. You borrow a box of Sharpie, I write down your name. Johnny borrowed one box of Sharpie Wednesday afternoon, and that's it. And when you return, I erase it. You do not return, your name will be always there. It is an agreement. It's nothing about shaming, nothing about something. It's not a behavior chart. It's just a debt. And I write it down. So you write it down, later on they return, and that is all fine. And that matter is settled. So you build the boundary. And this is what you can borrow and what you can do. Oh, we are up to 15 minutes. So next video, I will chat again, and I will stop here. So the thing I want to say is avoid things to happen. Build a boundary of anything, not only trust, not only in the time of betrayal. In relationship, in friendship, you build a boundary. In responsibility, you build a boundary. This makes everything much easier to solve and clear. Thank you very much. I love you. I really do. Do. Bye bye, friends. See you next one.